words that at least give us 5 villages, we are happy with that. Then Duryodhana refuses, says that not even a small inch of the land will be given to the Pandavas. If they are interested, let them come to the war. Then Dhritarashtra is such a cunning fellow, crooked fellow, even though he is the elderly and towering personality, even though he has got all the sympathies from everybody because he doesn't have the eyes. The fellow did not have the external eyes, he did not have the internal eyes also, he did not have the light outside, he did not have the light inside. He was such a crooked fellow, he was such a terrible scheming fellow. He sent words through Sanjaya, a message, a very major message to Dharmaraja. What is the message? You have asked for half the kingdom, Duryodhana refused. You have asked for the 5 villages, we have refused. But understand one thing, these people are horrible people. All my 100 children, particularly Duryodhana, Dushasana, etc., they are terrible fellows, quarrel mongers, irritating fellows, nauseating people, stinking people. I don't want noble people like you to enter into quarrel with them. And what is the message he has sent? You see, you are all nature lovers. You are all nature lovers. You are all bird watchers. And you have got so much of practice, habit and understanding, adaptation to the forest living. And you like and you love rishis, munis, hermitage, ashrams, all those things. And always you feel homely in the forest. Now I give a suggestion to you. Instead of entering into a type of bitter and continuous, uncertain quarrel and war with horrible and crooked fellows like Duryodhana and Dushasana, noble people like Pandavas, better you get back to forest and you stay there, continue your Vanavasa. Still, if you feel our help, if this is necessary, we will construct a good ashram in the forest. That was a very intelligent but a cricket message that has been sent through Sanjaya to Dharmaraja. But Sanjaya himself becomes horribly against that and he comes back and blasts Dhritarashtra. Now Dhritarashtra doesn't have sleep. Dhritarashtra is not having sleep. All the Pandavas, they have come back. They are demanding. Their voice is increasing every day. He knows that Krishna is siding them and Duryodhana is helping not to give even an inch. What happens? Moha towards the children, fear of Pandavas. So he has lost the sleep. Not even a single lover, not even a single maid has got the sleep. Then he sends words to Vidura. Vidura is summoned. Vidura comes now. Vidura, why I am not getting to sleep? I have not, yesterday I did not sleep. Last week I did not sleep. Entire month I did not have sleep. Why nowadays I am not getting sleep at all? Then Vidura said, for whom the sleep will not come, brother. Those people who have cheated others, they will not get sleep. Those people who have defrauded others, those people who have looted others' assets and other properties, those people who have robbed others, those who have done heinous crime against their own people, those who have hurt the feelings and sentiments of the most pious people, and you have done all these things, how can you get sleep? When Kunti lost her husband and came with the 5 small children, instead of actually looking at her with all the vengeance and jealousy, you should have given all the support because your brother was not there, she was your brother's wife, and you should have taken care of this much more than caring your children. But what you did, you tried to kill all those 5 children in Varanavata, and you constructed a palace of lac and you sent them to so that they are going to be burnt and reduced into liquid bodies, and you invited for the gambling den, you gave the poison for Bhimsena, in the gambling den you cheated them, and when you actually, Draupadi, she was like a daughter for you, when she was actually brought, when she was put into shame there, then still she was crying, she was shouting, she was appealing to you. You kept mum, you kept silent there. With all these things, you shedded them, you sent them to the forest for 13 years. Now they have come and they are justified in asking whatever they are due for. They deserve that, and you are not giving. How can you get sleep? I will tell you, not only that you are not going to sleep, you are not going to get anything in future. Every second you are going to collapse. Every second you will be crumbling because the papa karmas that you have done now all these days, all the sins of yours, continuously, and earlier janmas, all the sins of this janma, and all your papa karmas of janma, they have taken a human form in you, and that human form is none other than your own son Duryodhana. Who is Duryodhana? It is your Papa Shesha and it was your sins of this janma, Papa karmas of janma. It has taken a human form. He is Duryodhana. And if at all you have to overcome all these sins, and if you want to get a good sleep in the day, in the final stage of your life, I give a suggestion. Take it. What is that? For the sake of the honor of the family, if an individual has to be abandoned, he should be abandoned. For the sake of the honor of a particular state of the country, if a family or a village has to be abandoned, you have to abandon it. Now abandon Duryodhana, send out Duryodhana, banish him from the kingdom. When Vidura was loudly giving this suggestion, abandon Duryodhana, banish Duryodhana from the kingdom, silently, secretly. Poor people have come there without making any noise. They have come nearest behind Vidura, listening to all the suggestions that Vidura was giving. Duryodhana, Dushasana, Shakuni, Karna, poor people, they have come so silently, listening to the suggestion given by Vidura. Banish Duryodhana from this country, send him out. Now Duryodhana burst out. Which bloody fellow allowed this Dasi Putra inside the chambers of my father? Just because he is the brother of my father, his head is still there on his shoulders. If any other person would have talked like that, by this time his head would have rolled down. Neck him out, check him out of the palace. Duryodhana shouts at the top of his voice with all the anger. Check him out of the palace, neck him out of the palace, kick him out of the palace. The moment Duryodhana shouted, kick him out of the palace, I would have cut his head. These two sentences are sufficient for Vidura to take a final decision. Moment of truth arrived for Vidura, moment of decision making arrived for Vidura, and without any moha, without any sneha, without any daha, he had preserved one extraordinary and most mighty, powerful bow and arrow. In case there is a war, for the salt and the food that he has taken in the palaces of Dhritarashtra, just like the Bhishma, Drona, Krupa who have fought and beat the Kauravas, even though their heart was actually beating for the Pandavas, Vidura also thought, in case there is a war in the future date, because Dhritarashtra is prisoner, he has to fight. He had preserved one extraordinary and most powerful bow and arrow. Immediately, with just after listening to Duryodhana's these words, nauseating words, he just breaks them, keeps both bow and arrow in the corner of that particular door, and walks out without looking back. And that was the end of it. And he did not even remember that. He did not return. Till the completion of the war, until the complete annihilation and devastation of the Kauravas. Now Dharmaraja has taken over and Pandavas are living, and Dharmaraja one day sitting on Simhasana, some Dwarpala comes informs, your uncle Vidura has come. Immediately Dharmaraja and Bhima runs to the main gate and he is getting down from Matha, falls at the feet of Vidura. Vidura, uncle, where you had been all these days? Why you have left us? You were left in the lurch without you. You were our guide, a mentor, a philosopher, and you protected us in many serious crises and situations. And people said that you have gone to Tirtha Kshetras. Where was the need for you to go to Tirtha Kshetra? You yourself is a Tirtha, you yourself is a Kshetra. Now he tells a story with uncle. When Bhagirath made tapasya and in Devaloka and requested Bhagirathi Ganga to come to the earth, Ultimately, she was happy with this tapasya. She agreed to come and she decided to come. But before starting her journey, she had a problem. She had a doubt. She wanted clarification. She asked Bhagirath, I will come to Bhuloka. In Bhuloka, there will be many papistas, prarabdhas, papis, papakarmishtas, and sinners, criminals, hardcore criminals. All these fellows, without any discretion or discrimination, all of them, they come and they take a dip and they take a bath in me. I am known as heavenly, I am known for sanctity, I am known as most sacred. If these papistas and criminal sinners, they come and they take bath, they will leave all their sins. Naturally, there is a fear that I may lose that heavenly or the sacred sanctity for which I am known for. So, I am afraid. Then Bhagirath says, you are right, mother. Once you come to the Bhuloka, then all the papis and papistas and papakarmas, all the sinners, they come and they take the bath definitely, and they leave their papas also in you, that's also there. But simultaneously, there is another thing you understand. What is that? In Bhuloka, there are certain most pure, most sacred, most noble people who are the embodiment of the divine sanctity. They are called Tirtharupas. Such Tirtharupas, if they come and take a bath and take a dip even in ordinary river, that ordinary river, they are able to give Tirthatva, it becomes Tirtha, it becomes Kshetra. It is they who have got so much of potential and power, they will empower ordinary rivers into Tirtha, and many number of the Tirtharupas are there in the earth, and they come. Even if one such fellow comes and takes the dip, you will be sanctified. Don't worry, come over. Tirtharupa. Then he says, Vidura, you yourself is Tirtharupa. Where was the necessity for you to go? Then Vidura explained all the things where you had been and all that. Then Vidura enters a palace. He comes inside the palace. He was astonished. He was amazed. He could not believe what he was seeing. What he was seeing. Losing all his 100 sons in the battle. Losing all his relatives in the battle. Losing all his grandchildren in the battle. Losing his son-in-law in the battle. Losing all the kith and kin in the battle. Losing all his commanders and gurus in the battle. Dhritarashtra is sitting in Hamsatulika Dilpa, and whatever food that has been thrown by the left hand of Bhimasa is catching it and is eating it and is enjoying. Vidura could not believe what he is seeing. This fellow at this age, losing all the people, why this fellow needs to sit in the Hamsatulika Dilpa? He is swinging and he wants to have the food, he wants the sweets, he wants 5-star facility, he wants to enjoy the life. What is it? I can't understand. Immediately he comes and he says to Dhritarashtra, now and here, all these years and all these days and all these decades I have been giving the suggestions to you and recommendations to you, advice to you. You never bothered, you never cared, you never took anything. Now and here, you don't have a chance to react. Simply act whatever I say. Do whatever I say. Dhritarashtra suddenly becomes alert, suddenly becomes attentive. Never will actually use this type of tone or tune. What? There must be something serious. Why you are telling like that? Stand up. Start moving. All the people, all your sons, all your relatives and all your dynasty, the whole Gurukula has been completely destroyed by these Pandavas. Particularly Bhimasena from his own hand has killed your 100 sons. Are you not ashamed of taking the food in their house? You have done so much of insults, put them into shame, and made them to starve, sent them to the forest, planned and schemed to kill them in different places. You planned to burn them. You planned to poison the Bhimasena. In spite of all that, are you not guilty of staying and enjoying in the palace? Already the time, the Kala has eaten 80% of your body and your mind and your senses. You don't know about it. I have been seeing the shades and shadows of the death and the time approaching you, touching you any day. That's called death touches you any day. I am seeing the shadows of it. You are a blind fellow, you are not seeing it. Any day it has to fall down. Who is a yogi? Who is a brave person? who smilingly and automatically, naturally sheds the body without any fear at the time of the death, he is the real yogi. All he says, whatever forget about it, I will also forget. Stand up, move towards the north, move towards the Himalayas, go there, become a yogi, think God, every second think of God. Already you have lost the time. Time doesn't care for anyone. You think that you are the emperor, nothing touches you. Time doesn't care, time doesn't spare. Time is the strongest enemy of everybody. Time doesn't wait for anyone. Time doesn't wait for anyone. Tides of time are approaching to touch you. Before it touch you and before you crumble, stand up, move out, go there. He shouts at the top of his voice. Then Dhritarashtra feels that there will be something seriously valid point must be there. Then he asks Vidura, why you are telling that? Vidura says, this is the last phase of your journey. You did not have peace of mind, you did not have happiness, you did not have good health, you did not have anything. At least you had some people of yours for that was the consolation. Now you don't have that also. And why unnecessarily you are hankering for the life and hanging on to be in these places? Just start off, go towards Himalayas. Now he understands that there must be something seriously great points. He gets up, calls Gandhari, Dharma Devata. She just holds the hand of the husband. Vidura takes the hand of both Gandhari and Dhritarashtra. Vidura leads them. Vidura, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, they moved outwards, they moved northwards, they moved towards Himalayas. Next day, early morning, 4 o'clock, Dharmaraja comes and he wants to take the blessing of the elderly people. He comes to the chamber and he wants to get the blessing. He sees that there is no Gandhari, there is no Dhritarashtra, no Vidura. Immediately he tries and he searches him with intensive and extensive search, takes the whole palace. If he develops a fear, if overnight, if Dhritarashtra has developed a psychology that because his sons are dead, whether he has committed suicide in the river, so his search teams are immediately summoned and all the rivers, all the lakes and all the wells were actually searched. But by the time morning, Narada Maharshi arrived there. Narada tells Dharmaraja, why are you perturbed? Why are you disturbed? Everybody has to go one day to a particular place. Dhritarashtra is already aged and time has actually called him. Kalapurusha has called him and Vidura has advised and Vidura, Gandhari and Dhritarashtra, all these three people have already moved towards Himalayas. 5th day from today, in the Sapthasarathi area, where the Ganga Nadi actually divides into 7 different places, in that ashram, Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, both of them will be shedding their body, they will be burnt and reduced into ashes. Vidura will be further moving towards the Badrika ashram, and after some time his body also will shed over there. Don't worry about that. One day or other, everybody has to shed their body. Be brave, accept the reality, accept the fact. Fact is a fact. Whether you like it or not, it has happened. Accept. Then after the consolation by Narada, Narada still was not happy, but naturally he has to accept. Then yesterday I was telling when Krishna actually did everything and went, he was about to start off, he just sits in the Ratha and he tells everybody, my people in Dwaraka are waiting and since a long time I have to go. Immediately, Abhimanyu's wife Uttara comes running and rushing and falls at the feet of Krishna. She says, Jagadrakshaka, Pahi, please rescue my son, please rescue my child. Some invisible astra is trying to pierce into my womb and trying to kill my child. This is the last trace in the first Pandava dynasty. If you want to take my life, I don't have any love for my life. Please take my life, but save my child. Now immediately Krishna looks from Divya Drushti. It is Ashwatthama has released one Brahmashila Astra with one particular command. You go and kill the last trace of the Pandava dynasty, which may be there in the womb of any woman of the Pandava of the land. And that particular Brahmashila Astra has come in search of the last trace of the Pandava dynasty. that is the child that was there in the womb of that Uttara, wife of Abhimanyu. Now immediately Krishna, who was sitting in the Ratha, disappears there. He enters into the womb of Uttara and he becomes Angushta Gatra Sri Krishna. He was Kiriti, Pitambardhari, Shankachakra Gadabardhari, Chaturbhujadhari. Then he will be having tremendous, powerful Gada in his hand. He will be chasing within the womb, he will be chasing that particular Brahmashirastra which is trying to kill the child. Now because the extraordinary rapid racing that is going on there, the child is shaken there, child opens its eyes, child is seeing differently in different directions, seeing with the tremendous speed with which that Krishna is chasing that particular astra. Pariparikshitaha, of the child is born, it was named like it only Parikshita. When the child was still in the womb of the mother, it was protected by Lord Vishnu, it was called Vishnulata. Then the child is protected and now Krishna comes and Krishna says, definitely I am telling you, my people are definitely waiting and I have to go now. So he tells everybody bye and he is about to sit in the Ratha and the last person he is telling bye is Kunti. Krishna comes near Kunti and he says that Vivasena with one powerful mighty blow is able to kill all the Rakshas of the whole world and that person is your son. With one Tenkara, Gandiva, Ashwa, Arjuna is able to tremble, shake the nerves of all the Rakshas of the whole world and that Arjuna is your son. And the king of the Dharma for the whole Yuga for that matter, Dharmaraja is your son. The people who can cure the remedies of every body, who can, the people who can cure the maladies and the diseases of everybody in the world, Nakula and Sahadeva are your sons, but still every day you are weeping and every day you are crying and you are shedding your tears throughout your lifetime. Every day it was suffering and suffering and suffering for you. And now your son Dharmaraja has become the king, your sons they have become the kings, Pandavas are ruling the universe, you have become Rajamata, and from today onwards you have to be happy, you have to be joyful, you must enjoy the remaining life. You are the power now, you are empowered with everything. And now I am going to Dwaraka. Before going to Dwaraka, to overcome and to compensate all the harrowing experiences and sorrowful, painful experiences you had all these days, I would like to give one vara to you, one boon to you, so that the entire lifetime you will enjoy, you will be happy, immensely happy. Ask for any boon to be happy, I am going to grant to you. Ask for anything, because I am giving. Ask anything, I will grant you. Then Kunti says, are you sure? Yes. Anything you are going to grant? Yes. Then Kunti, with folded hands, will be asking for this particular vara. What is that? Vipada Sattana Shashvat Tatrudra Jagatpate Bhavato Darshana Metsa Lapanur Darshana. What is that? Krishna is amazed. Why you are asking that? Kunti says, give me, you have promised that you are going to give me, you have committed that you are going to grant me, please give me. What is that? Vipada Sattana Shashya. Give me vipat, give me apat, give me calamity, give me crisis, give me terrific calamity after calamity, catastrophe after catastrophe. Krishna is shell-shocked. I said I asked you to ask for a boon which keeps you happy, joyful. I want you to enjoy. You are asking for the crisis, you are asking for the calamity, you are asking for calamity after calamity, you are asking for catastrophe after catastrophe, turmoil after turmoil. Why? Then Kunti, in a normal tone, she says, the moment somebody gets wealth, the moment somebody gets asset, the moment somebody gets property, the moment somebody gets prosperity, the moment somebody becomes terribly rich, and the moment somebody becomes stinking rich, first thing that fellow becomes is he is going to become arrogant. The first thing that he loses memory. In that, the first thing that he loses is memory of the God. He thinks that he himself is a superpower. And if we are in a difficulty, if we are in a crisis, if we are in an acid test, if we are in a catastrophe, if we are in a calamity, if we are in a turmoil, if we are in a tension, the first thing that we remember is the Lord. And when you sincerely and heartily remember the Lord and call the Lord, All the times we were in the difficulty, we were in test, we were in acid test, we were in calamity. We called you, Ha Krishna, Dwaraka Vasin, Jagatpate, please, immediately you are arriving, you are providing your darshan, you are providing your consolation, and you are sorting out our problems, you are solving all our difficulties, and you are enjoying the life, you are having the darshana, you are having your blessings, you are having your association, and we had that insurance policy. That is why you please give us difficulties. Krishna smiles and he just moves, and Ramaraja feels that it is our responsibility to escort him, so he sends Arjuna. Arjuna, go give escort to Krishna. Arjuna goes, and both Arjuna and Krishna goes. It is 15 days and 1 month and 1.5 months. There is no cell phone, there is no cell call, there is no telegram, there is no telephone. 3 months, 4 months.